Hi everyone, and this is Chrissy from In the Stars by Chrissy.com, and we are going to be talking about the full moon in the sign of Pisces happening on either September 13 or 14, 2019, depending on where you are in the world. So I'm doing this reading on Friday the 13th on my time zone, just because I feel that the energies are really coming in very strongly at this time. So, and if you guys know me, you know that I don't usually do this type of reading. It's really something that is psychically guided where whenever I'm being drawn to do an oracle type of reading, it's like divine messages and downloads being sent to me, and I'm guided to share the messages, whatever comes through, to you and to everyone who watches this video, of course. So this is not really a very specific reading for each and every zodiac sign. Please keep that in mind. This is basically a reading to, asking the universe, asking the energies, what messages we have to know, what the full moon in Pisces is going to be bringing us, basically. And yeah, it's really more about that. So this is really not a pick a card reading, even though it's positioned this way. So basically, the entire spread here is all about the messages that it will be bringing us. Now, you might find that this could be a specific messages for you if it goes in pinpoint to your situation, because this is really possible as well. But just know that if that happens, then this is really giving you a wake-up call that maybe there is something in the reading or that you really have to know. Treat it as a big sign from either God or from the universe or your guides to give you a nudge on either what you have to know, what you have to do for this full moon in Pisces. So again, like I said, a full moon in Pisces is very strong right now, to a point wherein someone who is not spiritually developed might have a hard time to handle this energy, because it will feel as if they are being drowned by this psychic element, feeling everything all around them, not really able to see the boundaries on what is really for them and what is just happening to other people, which are affecting them. So anyway, so let's start the reading. Enough of that introduction. So since this is the full moon in Pisces, and with Pisces, Venus is exalted. So it has a theme of love right there. And with, if you don't know, in astrology, this full moon in Pisces is going to be conjuncting Neptune and Lilith. So Lilith is really going to be highly involved here. It's not to a point wherein Lilith is just near. It actually even creates a conjunction, especially to Neptune. So that really changes things, because when an asteroid or a point in the sky becomes highly involved in a full moon in Pisces, this is just beyond steroids, okay? Something is happening, something is manifesting, and this could entirely change someone's life as well, or this could just be, a trigger point in each of our lives. It really depends on how this is going to be manifesting for you in a personal level. So the theme we are having here is we have the true love card. So there is a huge element of love in this reading. This could be, all about soulmates, all about twin flames, or, I kind of feel that there could be an element of some form of divine intervention, divine timing involved in the process. And I think I did mention this in a few posts that I had on Instagram, either a few days ago or so, that I feel that the energy of the full moon in Pisces can bring some form of divine intervention. There's some form of connection to the spirit realm that is being showering to our lives on a personal level. So let's see what we have here. First, we have here the let your friends help you. Spend more time outdoors. And the decision card. Not real decision, but it's asking you to decide. So this could be an element wherein you might be focusing on something in your social circle. So this could be, of course, someone that you know. It could be really a friend, or it could be a partner as well. And it could be that you have been debating on something, but you really haven't really made a decision over this partnership, over this relationship of sort, over this connection with someone. So this is a time wherein maybe you are being called to connect with someone, ask for their help, ask for their guidance. Maybe, there is a possibility that for some of you guys, you are, keeping everything inside of you, and you don't know what action should be done. Maybe you're just, the type of person that doesn't ask for any help at all, doesn't want to reach out, doesn't want to show other people your own weakness. So you're being called upon to evaluate that and to think more what this could be bringing you. It could be a relationship that you need to make a conclusion of as well. So we also have here the attachment, the walking away card, and action. So I really feel that this is a situation wherein if you are haunted by the past, there is an element here wherein you need to take action on it, whether to walk away or whether to connect with that person. There is some form of relationship or connection. It could either be, a family member. It could also be a friend. We're in some form of connection right there. It has to be tested. But this is really action oriented, which means that this full moon in Pisces can trigger something. It can give us some form of realization or insight of what that person really is all about. What they are in your life. Are they really important? Are they insignificant or significant? Are they a liar? There is a relationship here that is being evaluated, and we will find out. We will definitely find out what that is going to be bringing us, or at the very least in the past, because I have positioned this reading wherein this is the past, present, and future. So you are focusing on that situation, and you have been doing so in the past, but the fact that this is coming up at this time for this full moon reading, which means that there is a possibility that this connection with this person where, you have doubts on, like you don't know what to do with that relationship. Maybe you are wanting to talk to them, seek out to them, but you still don't know if you should or you shouldn't, those kinds of things. This is a time wherein you really cannot postpone things. There is some form of action that needs to be done. It's either you leave a situation or you try to deepen your bond with that person. So the rune that we have here is related to Fehu and Gibo, which is all about, union and success. So it's definitely giving us some form of connection with some form of partnership. And it's telling us that this is the time wherein we will get answers. We will get answers on what to do with this situation, what this relationship is really all about. Also, there is going to be some form of focusing on what we are getting in this relationship. Is this really becoming helpful for us or is it not? There is an element here of what we are gaining from this partnership with this connection. Now, from how the reading is coming in, I feel that there is some form of emotional attachment, but there is also a possibility that either this is not yet a relationship or there is something that creates a wall between you and a specific person in your life. It's like a relationship in the borderline. It's not really a highly involved relationship, but it is something that is in your mind coming up here in your past. So again, like I said, the fact that this is in the past position, this is the messages that are in, it means that it is going to be a leading point to what messages or what events are going to be transpiring for us in the near future, and with the full moon in Pisces, this is going to be bringing us something, this is going to be bringing us, how do I say this? It's going to be bringing us something, whatever that was unfinished, left unanswered, those kinds of things. It will have a finality, if that is the word at all. There is going to be a final outcome on something in this relationship. Now, I do also have some form of tarot here. So yes, this is really just a confirmation on this could be a situation wherein we want to connect with someone, but something is confusing us. And, we're just either being let down or it's like you wanted to push forward on something, but you're facing some form of obstacles in front of you. And it doesn't mean that you have done anything at all, but this is an element wherein you're thinking negatively before you actually take action on something. And this is really what has been stopping you all this time. This is what has been stopping you to either move forward or go backward with whatever situation you are in right now. So that is what we are picking up on. So let's see what we are facing right now, the messages that are coming in at this time, those kinds of stuff. So yeah, pretty messy. Okay, so let's see what we have over here. So, like I said earlier, what is in the past is being like a step-by-step process of what we have to know, what we have to do. And the second pile of cards is telling us to make the effort. And then we have here, believe in yourself. Make the effort, believe in yourself. And then we have here the Isabella card, which is telling us, yes, timing is right for this new venture. A happy outcome follows your positive expectation. So this is an element wherein it's telling us that, whatever we have been debating in that relationship, we shouldn't be afraid of what the outcome may be. And to make use of your own intuition, to make use of what are you drawn to? What are your higher self? Sometimes we have this nudges that we are receiving from our either instincts or, there are just times wherein, I don't know about you, but for me, there are just times wherein something inside me is pushing me or telling me to do something. So it's somehow similar to this reading. It's like telling you, something inside of you is telling you to do something, either to leave someone or to push forward, to connect with someone. But you are afraid of taking action. Or, there is something that has been holding you back, just like the previous reading. And now this is telling us that you should make an effort. You shouldn't be afraid of it. And do know that there is some form of positivity this is going to be bringing us. And you just gotta trust yourself, especially if you know that this is something that you really, really want in your life. It's something that you don't want to lose because with this, I kind of feel that this is not a new venture anymore. It's like it's telling you that there is something that you have to do. There is something that you have to do, but you haven't really been doing it for whatever reason, because of fears probably, which means that you already know. You already have an idea what you have to do. You're just being fearful of the outcome. Also, this is also a situation wherein I feel that there are elements of speaking up, or I don't know. I just kind of feel that there is a form of a lot of fears that is coming in for you. Maybe it's something that you have been in a struggle with. But we have here the cards of the second chakra, fifth chakra, and the fourth chakra. And coincidentally, these three cards are all chakra cards, and they are all talking about some form of speaking your truth. They're all about communication. They're all about emotions and some form of love as well. It's telling us to reach out and to love ourselves more, to give love to someone. There is a nurturing energy right here. And I kind of feel that this is really more of, you know, you already have an idea on what to do, but you're very fearful on taking action, or you feel that something has been blocked. So if you're not able to take action before because of some form of blocked energy, or maybe there was a situation before that prevents you in taking an action, this is like a sign from the universe that, you know, the doors are open right now, and this is the right moment, the right time to do something about it. There is some form of power um, being sent to you right now that resonates with your soul. And it's something that you cannot deny anymore. So if you have been in denial about something, this is a situation wherein you will have to confront that denial. And eventually, this will lead you to accept what your own feeling is telling you. Some form of truth is really coming into the surface of things as well. So it could also be a situation wherein some form of communication is ready to occur or transpire. It could also be that, you know, you might receive some form of effort from someone, that kind of energy, you know, whatever, maybe the connection with this person in the past was blocked before, but now it's not blocked anymore, it's unblocked basically. And this is not just all about receiving, okay? This is about you also speaking up. This is about you speaking for yourself, and let the words flow. Let all the emotions flow. You know, you don't have to be afraid of what the other person will think. You don't have to be afraid of what the other person will do. You have to, you know, be a lot more honest, you know, have that integrity within yourself, within your soul, to tell the person what you really think, what you really want, those kinds of things. So yeah, it has a lot, you know, especially the fifth chakra. This is all about self-expression and speaking your truth. And sometimes, you know, effort doesn't really mean physical effort. Sometimes we all just need to reach out and connect with someone. And that is really the first step in most cases. The fourth chakra is all about love and compassion. You are ready to receive something. This also is an indication that it could be some form of healing from a previous broken heart is taking place. Especially we had the 10 of Swords earlier, so we know that in the past, or, you know, it could be in the past or whatever it is, there is a situation or relationship that has triggered some form of trauma in you. So this is also like a message that the universe is going to be sending people or situations that can give you or allow some form of sense of love to grow in your heart. So this is a very healing energy as well, you know. It's like telling you that love is going to come forth in your life very soon. So we also have here Arcana and Algiz. So this is a very female energy, some form of protection and divine intervention. So So know that you are being protected. You're not being left out by the universe, by God, or higher being. Because sometimes we feel so negative to a point wherein we think the divine has forsaken us, and that is really not the case. And sometimes we have to notice the subtle messages, the subtle things that comes forth in our daily life. Sometimes all you need to do is just to see this video. There could be a messages here that is being, going to be repeating in your mind over and over again. And, when that happens, that's usually a signal to do some form of action. So again, this could be something that you are going to initiate and do. And it could also be something that you will be experiencing very soon. Either way, this is a very healing energy that is going to be taking place in your life. So, we do have the Chariot, the Seven of Swords, and the Seven of Pentacles. So this is about, all about moving forward, but having some form of hesitation if you should move forward, It's like whether you like it or not, things are moving forward. There is something that is really going to push through in your life. But maybe you're being too fearful or being too guarded on certain things. And of course, being too guarded way too much is becoming a negative connotation, because when you're being too guarded, it's as if you are going to instinctively block the energy even before things happen, even before the opportunities come in. So be more accepting of what comes to you right now, and know that it will eventually lead you to some form of good outcome. It will eventually lead to some form of a beautiful and wonderful scenario. This also is telling us some form of risk that maybe you should be doing, or a risk that you're being called upon, but you have a lot of hesitations on it. This is also a situation wherein you're wondering if things are ever gonna move forward, or are you just waiting in vain? And this is a huge message that is telling us that indeed something is going to be happening, something is going to begin. And instead of being fearful about it, prepare for it, because really something is going to be pushing through in your life. Okay? And you can expect that, it's all good. It's all good news. There's really nothing to be afraid of. Now, the last pile, this is really, where the futuristic prediction is going to be taking place. What is really going to be transpiring for you, and what this full moon in Pisces is going to be triggering and going to bring you in a situation wherein you will really feel it, you will experience it. So let's see. Oh, we do have here the reconciliation card, see? Reconciliation card. We have here the guardian angel. And then peace offering. So these set of cards is very, very, very like straight to the point. I really don't know if I should even elaborate on this, but this is basically telling us that this could be a relationship. in the past, or there could be a relationship that is going to be rekindled, going to be fixed. Just like what this romance angel card is telling us, someone from your past is returning in your life. And maybe you and this person had some form of pitfall, or some form of mishaps. There was something in the relationship that didn't really work out very well. And we do have the peace offering here. So there is an energy here of really some form of healing going to be taking place. Maybe some form of offering is going to be done, going to be happening. Maybe someone is going to be apologizing to you or going to come clean, those kinds of things. But with the guardian angel card here, it's like, it's a very divine energy. I kind of feel that, it is very emotional, but it gives us a sense of relief, especially, I'm pretty sure that not everyone will definitely relate to this reading, because I've noticed that some people really don't like to connect with their past anymore, and some people do. But this is a situation wherein there is no bitterness involved, okay? This is a situation wherein tears may fall down, but it's really more a sense of relief, It's like that feeling and energy wherein finally we were able to fix it. Finally, we're back together. Finally, I don't know. I don't know how to word it, how to tell you guys the messages that are coming in for me, because I know if I dig deep on it, I kind of feel teary-eyed. So I don't know. I kind of feel that this could be a very emotional time. It could be, some form of connection is going to be done here. And there is going to be some form of compassion and understanding. There is also some form of apologies, and someone is going to be accepting apologies. So either way, it's a very, very healing type of scenario that is going to be taking place. And if you haven't noticed, this is a very relationship type of reading. So maybe because I was asking about what this full moon in Pisces is going to be bringing us, especially in terms of love. So that is also possible, which is why that is how the reading is going. Now, what I really like about this is that the rune that we have here is Awas and Jira, which is, all about completion, all about moving forward. And Jira is like the harvest, this is something that you receive, something that you get, something that is going to, it's like you have planted your seeds and now you are going to be bearing some form of fruit in that partnership. So so I really feel that there is going to be a culmination in a relationship situation, Also, whatever misunderstandings you had with someone is going to be, you guys will be able to talk about it. You guys will be able to fix misunderstandings in those type of scenario. We also have here the Angel of Balance, the Sun, and the Magician card. The Magician and the Mirror. So this is really telling us, that this is something that we will soon be aware of. There is some form of balance that is going to come forth in our life. You know, the balance card is like the justice card, basically. And this is really talking about the culmination of what will happen. So some form of choices are going to be done. This is a time of very passion, a lot of water, a lot of reflection as well. I really feel that, you know, some form of reflection is hugely happening here. This could be a relationship that is, you know, that can really grow and have a deeper aspect on certain things. It's like a relationship that enters a stage of a deeper commitment after a huge struggle. You know, something big probably has happened with them. This could be a relationship of a soulmate or twin flame reuniting, that kind of energy. Those kinds of things could be possible as well. So let's see. We have here the moon, the 5 of wands, and the strength card. So really, this is all about being able to work on our differences and overcoming the adversities, overcoming the struggles, those kinds of things. And at first, all of this is going to be an internal work. All of this is going to be, you know, an internal struggle, especially if we don't want to take action. We don't want to say sorry. We don't want to, you know, there are things that we are refusing on. But in one way or another, we are going to be mending something in our life, in our relationship. And I think it's really quite funny how these cards are laid out, because the moon is very emotional. With the 5 of wands right there, we can see that these emotions are something we cannot control. Even if you tell yourself that you usually can control your emotions, because there are people out there that tell themselves that everything is just a state of mind. You know, you can control emotions. And even if you can't, just switch your gears and you should be okay. You'll forget about it. But this is a situation wherein you just cannot control it. You don't have the means to control things. You don't have the means to control what you're feeling. So the passion is a lot more stronger. You know, the feelings, you know, are something that you are going to be feeling at the deepest core of you. And I really like seeing the strength card here, because it's like, you know, very passion, very strong. And this woman is like, you know, taming the lion. And we have the peace offering card here. So maybe someone was mad, someone is angry. And this is, you know, a time wherein we try to appease that person, appease that relationship, trying to make peace and trying to make do. This is all about compromising, you know, and some form of unconditional love. Even though you can always find someone else, I really feel that this is a situation wherein you stick to someone, maybe because of your true feelings, your true emotions. You know, there is something with that person that is, maybe they are very special to you, to a point wherein they cannot compare to other people. There is something about them that makes you say that it cannot be someone else. It has to be you. It has to be this person. And, upon that conclusion, upon that analysis, you find your way to maybe to be with that person again, despite the odds, despite how other people might be against it, or despite whatever problems are present in the situation. Because at the end of the day, that is what true love is all about. So, this is my reading for you guys, for those that are, oh yeah, I forgot. This is a general reading. So this is a general insight. So sorry about that. So, this is my reading for the full moon in Pisces. And I hope that somehow and in some way this has resonated with some of you guys out there. And I hope that, this has called you to reflect on something, to realize something, and to know that true love really exists. I really feel that that is the biggest message right here. Telling you to trust your own feelings and trust your own sense of love. And don't treat love like an item, Just because you can fall in love again and again doesn't mean that the feelings is going to be the same for each and every one of them. There is a difference, When once you find someone that you can really invest your whole life with, you will find it hard to settle with someone else. So once you find that perfect person, she or he may not be perfect in reality, but they are perfect for you. And they bring out the best in you. They make you feel better. And you feel better in the process as well. When you're with them, then don't let them go. And if there were problems right there, try to work it out. Try to fix it, because it's really not a hopeless thing. And especially with the energies that are in place at this time, it's telling you to listen to your heart. So this is my reading for you guys. I hope that you find this insightful and has given you some form of clarity. I know we are on very intense energies right now, but I'm pretty sure that eventually it's going to be leading you to where you should be, to a situation that is really for you, that is meant for you. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. And if you'd like a more personal reading with me, just go to my website, inthestarsbychristy.com, and I'll see you guys next time.